So yeah, and now we are entering the underworld, and you can see restaurants and cafes and bars are closed. This is a self-service restaurant. Yeah, some graffiti. Some are quite good, but a lot of them are, nonsense. We are basically under the road now, and you can see, yeah, I think the last year or in early 2020 there was an article how badly kept or in what bad condition this road is, and you can see. More people walking their dogs. One of the allowed activities that you can still do. So you can still go to work, but if you have only, a good reason. In my case, basically, I am now mandated to work from home, but I said basically every 2 weeks, every second Friday, I'm going to the office to pick up the mail and to do some administrative stuff that I cannot do at home, from home. And yeah, usually Fridays are the days when there are the least number of people present, and basically now with all the quarantine procedure, there are just handful of people that are going to the faculty basically from the same reason. And as you can see, University of Ljubljana, Faculty of Social Sciences, this is one of the buildings that is also part of the faculty. The tall building is the dormitory for graduate students, young researchers, foreign students, and foreign, let's say, visiting faculty. So this is the main building. We will see more clearly a little bit later. This is high school for construction, something like that. And faculty is one of the few, if not the only, perhaps, faculties that has a dormitory built in, basically. So this basically whole wing is computer lab and computer office and server room and so forth. And a little way along there are a couple of more faculties which I will show you later. But so yeah, this is the main entrance to the faculty. And I will not film inside because I have to put on the mask, the gloves, I have to disinfect hands and so forth, plus all the keys and unlocking the doors and so forth. And we will see you later. And we are out. basically there were no packages for me. I was expecting at least one, if not two packages, but yeah, apparently nothing came. No love in last 2 weeks. So yeah, I had to also pull some documents that I had on my computer, but at least we will make some videos of Ljubljana. So as you can see, I'm not going directly to home, but I will make a little detour so to show you more of Bežigrad area. So let's say outdoor recreation area for the high school, and this is the entrance to the dormitory, student dormitories, so Dom FDV. This building, which is connected to our building through that walkway in the background, is Faculty of Public Administration, but they don't have any signs. There is one sign. This faculty is Faculty of Economics. So basically here we have like a little university campus going on, and across there is a road going on the other side of the road, in that direction there is Faculty of Education. Is that so? Basically the teachers faculty. And these two buildings so the lower in the front and the taller in the back, are part of the Ministry of Defense of Republic of Slovenia. So if I am not mistaken, the smaller building used to be military high school, military gymnasium in Yugoslavia era, and yeah, now it's after or even before independence, I don't know, it was shut down because there was not a lot of interest of students of attending such institution. So now it's just part of the Ministry of Defense or Slovenian Armed Forces properties. As you can see, Republic of Slovenia, Ministry of Defense, area of special significance. Yeah, I have a lot of problem with pronunciation, but I can read it significancy. No, I will stop trying. So gibanje omejeno, which means movement limited. So yeah, this is the parking lot for the Faculty of Economics, which is this. So the main entrance is on the other side, and you can see nothing. So yeah, I wasn't the only member of faculty of researchers in the faculty. There are still some professors that come to their office, especially if they're living around here, get away from the family. But yeah, Of course, some of the, you know, services or service departments, they still have to come, like, you know, accounting, while they can do most of the things from home. You know, they don't have an access to certain computer programs because they are, you know, for the protection. So in one or both of these buildings, or three of these buildings, there is basically administration for the civil defense, which is under the Ministry of Defense. So basically firefighters and, you know, civil defense and so forth. Yeah, so basically this tall building, yeah, as you can see, it's still restricted movement. I think that all of these three buildings are still part, or four buildings. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that just that one in the background isn't occupied by the Ministry of Defense people or institutions. When I was still doing my master's, there was a language school here that I attended, and so yeah, here we have a better view of our, you know, Pentagon. So this building, and basically all is basically one building interconnected. Yeah, I don't see any signs that I cannot film here, so we will do. But as you can see, you know, across the street there are residential areas, there is a telecom, so our telecommunication, the largest telecommunication company provider. So here is the seat of the Ministry of the Defense and also of the General Staff of the Slovenian Armed Forces. Yeah, the area is surveilled using video. They have to, you know, notify us regarding this. And this is Vojkova street or road, I think it's road. So yeah, most of the building so the plan is we will follow Vojkova street to show you also the fire brigade, so Ljubljana Fire Brigade, the largest and only public firefighting unit in Ljubljana. I think there we have still some industrial firefighting units that they have to have, but I'm not so sure. But yeah, and this is the main entrance to the Slovenian Pentagon, and in front is the statue of Rudolf Meister, the general, one of the most, if not the most famous Slovenian generals. Yeah, I don't know if the lightning is okay that you can see. So yeah, in the, let's say, in their parking lot, you can see those blue with yellow stripe vehicles. So those are civil defense vehicles. Yeah, not a lot of military or, you know, camouflaged vehicles. But yeah. So basically we are now walking parallel to the Dunajska road, which is that major road that we had to cross beneath it. Yeah, so Dunajska road in Slovenia, Dunajska cesta, which means literally Viennese road, because it's the main, or it was the main road going into the direction of Vienna, so in Austria, which was also a capital of Slovenia until the end of First World War. And yeah, basically that's why it was named Viennese Road. Basically the same mixture of pre-war architecture and post-war, as you know, basically all over Ljubljana. What else I can speak about? So yeah, I told you about that scare at Ant's place of work, about that guy that was in contact with the infected daughter. So he was tested later that week. So they were sent home on Friday. Then she had to stay at home for 3 more days. But then they got back the results that he wasn't infected. So after 3 days, she went back to work, because you know, she's considered now essential worker, because people now realized that without her the whole process fails. You know, if you don't have a person in administration that knows to do all the works, all the procedures, everything that has to happen using all these, you know, claims and so forth, you will have a problem, because all these claims have to be, you know, manually inputted into their computer system and so forth. And all these claims adjusters, they still have to work at, you know, their work, but you know, the higher ups, different managers, directors, advisors, and let's say lawyers, you know, can work from home. And here we are in the background, the complex of the fire brigade. In Slovene is the Gasilska Brigada Ljubljana, literally it means fire brigade or firefighting brigade. of Ljubljana, or Ljubljana Fire Brigade. So they are still operational as usual. Yeah, and you can see in the main entrance Gasilska Brigada and their garages, or exit from the garages, and some further vehicles that they have. Yeah. So their address is, where is it? Vojkova ulica, Vojkova Street 19 Vojkova Street. And across the street another commercial / living building. And you can see firefighters outside enjoying good weather. Hopefully they don't have a lot of, work in this time. So yeah, our emergency services are pretty stretched, especially, the healthcare system. So the ambulance service, which is not part of the firefighting, fire service. They are separate here in Slovenia. They are pretty stretched in, and this week there are also reports of people, calling them, and when they know that they are infected with the coronavirus, and they don't let them know that they are, so that people, paramedics can put on the additional protection, and there are even more people that, call them and claim to have coronavirus, and of course they have to put all this protection on, then even more thoroughly disinfect yeah, we will turn here to the right. They have to more disinfect their ambulance vehicles. So yeah, they are pretty stretched out. So what is this? I think this is the faculty of social work, but I'm not sure. Here in there, this building or behind that building, I think in that direction is the faculty of social work. I never been there, so I'm not quite clued in where the building actually is. I know it's somewhere in this area. Here is, yeah. So this is not the faculty, but is the school center for post economics and telecommunication. Šolski center za pošto, ekonomijo in telekomunikacije Ljubljana. So yeah, that's the mystery solved. Here is the main entrance. So the faculty of social work will be in that direction, across the Vojkova Street.